Life is a time pass, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो थारी राय सो मारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% कर्नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy. Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Just before coming in Minneapolis, I was sitting with some people, and then the advertisement came on the TV. We were watching cricket match, IPL, and in between there was some pop-up. Minneapolis is suffering from the mental breakdown problems. Therefore, government should provide more and more funds for that. So we read it, and then discussion. Dekho suno bono. There was no need. This is how it happens. So, Swamiji, why this is happening here in this country? Then because here the families are completely shattered. There is nothing like an institution like family. And therefore, the children are orphans with the parents. Naturally, nobody to guide, nobody to do, and then they come and do any bad things and all that. Then, how come they are not afraid that this will be very bad for them and they will go to hell and all that? Then the topic came Garud Puran. Somebody, what is it in Garud Puran? So I gave my answer, I don't know. No, there must be something. Then I said, look here, there are two main aspects of Garud Puran. First aspect is when you do bad, you go to hell, and there are different types of hells, and you have to go through tortures. You get yatana deha, the body by which you suffer. Now, when we read this thing without the understanding, what we imagine that we get another body. No, we are all enjoying or suffering only by the mind. Nothing happens to the body. Everything happens only to the mind. One of my friends took me to show the open heart surgery in Narayan Hridayalayam in Bangalore. So that patient was lying down, heart, his chest was open. That is the first time I saw the collapsed heart, like a um, tube inside a football, collapse type. I said, here, come on, finish quickly. If you die, he said, no, nothing will happen to you, don't worry. And he was explaining everything. That time, this my understanding became firm. Nothing happens to body. All experiences happen to mind. But what happens? We are living only at the body level. We don't rise above. See? And because of that, all these problems come in life. And then when we die, we get the yatana there. Means what? The one who was enjoying or suffering in this body, he alone enjoys or suffers after the bodies drop, and then he goes to heaven or hell. Now, this particular theme in our scriptures, heaven and hell, rebirth, is meant for what? Okay? What we call technically Tatparya Nirnay or moral of the story. But when we don't understand the moral of the story, we get into argument. See? How it is possible that one a crow invited a jackal, and how they talk to each other? So such persons are not fit to understand Dakshinamoorti. See? We have to bring the moral of the story. So what is the moral of the story? Masses are controlled by two remote controlled switches. One is guilt and second is fear. Without guilt and fear, masses cannot be controlled. If you do this thing, you'll go to hell, and in hell there is so much of torture and all that. If you do these good things, you'll go to heaven. It's only to tell two things: avoid wrong things in life and practice good things in life is one part. Second part is you never die. See? When the body is dropped, then you go to hell or heaven. You are still there. So to bring to our notice that the embodied is someone other than the body. It is for this purpose all this is said. Bhagavad Gita also tells that those who are कामात्मानः स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फल प्रदान क्रिया विशेष बहुलाम भोगैश्वर्य गतिम प्रति. They are doing all good karma so that they will go to the heaven and enjoy. See? But how long? Till your visa is valid. Again you come back. Therefore, what is to be understood is this principle. We are someone other than the body. This is the main purpose. But those who are lost in these worldly things, with such people, if you talk, they keep on argumentation. Therefore, anybody who starts arguments, I just follow the instruction given by Sannyas Upanishad. Sannyas Upanishad, I like this shlok the most. There it is said, Na prushtaha kasyachit bruyat na cha anyayena cha pruchataha janan api medhavi jadaval lokamachare. If the question is not inquiry, and if it is not inquiry with a desire to change and know the truth, if this is not so, then jananapi, even if you know, jadaval achare, remain like a dumb, oh, I don't know, yaar. There is no point in wasting time with such people. Very important for us to know. Therefore, here we will be studying Dakshinamurti as well as analyzing our own mind. When you listen on YouTube, suppose it gives you 100 marks, spirituality 100 marks. If you are listening live, you get 1,000 marks benefit. And if you are in a retreat like this thing, this is maximum benefit. Here we have dropped everything. So now we have to practice this. What it is like remaining as nobody. All our achievements, failures, relations, regrets, drop it. Otherwise, the same thing, like, whenever, therefore, in such gatherings, when I go, I find an excuse me, I have to go to toilet. And Yadgatvanani Vardante. Then I don't come back. The same thing, my children are like that, my father is like that, my mother is like that, and I was there, and Ram, Ram, Ram. How long are you going to do that? Is there something else in life or not? See? We have to learn to practice, and this practice is called as meditation. What is the practice? Remain as nobody. See? Those who have attended our meditation classes, there the psychological adjustments we tell. First psychological adjustment is we are cheerful and happy. A frustrated person cannot do meditation. Second thing, the fear element comes in our mind. Suppose, like, this is how I know when people ask questions. Nowadays, I always get, suppose, I am sitting, and suppose you tell the view other than the body, suppose I go out of the body and I do not come back, what will happen? People will celebrate. Realize, हो गया देखो, समाधि में चला गया. See? These kinds of fears can be arrested by another bhavana. See? Remember this word bhavana. Bhagavad Gita says, Nasti buddhi ayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhavayata shantihi ashantasya kutasukha. We are all leading the life of bhavana. What is the bhavana? We have developed some notions about ourselves. I am very good. I am sincere. Girls have got this bhavana that she is very beautiful. Because parents are told right from childhood, oh, you are so beautiful, like, from the heavens you have come. And that dumb girl start thinking she is really beautiful. And if somebody tells, yaar, tum to cartoon, then over. 1 week gone. Because the bhavana was, I am intelligent, I am beautiful, I am good. So if we have to do bhavana, are we not doing it? I am Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. What is the authority on which we are talking? Bhavana. Everybody tells, you are, she is your mother. Oh, okay, mother. Do we know? See? And that mother tells, he is your father. Okay. We don't say DNA report, No. The whole life is bhavana only. And on the basis of this bhavana only, we are living as body. We have to come out of it. And therefore, coming out of the body doesn't mean we are going to die. No. So that fear element has to be removed when we study Vedanta Shastra. And therefore, we have to have this in our heart, that in my heart, Bhagwan is there and Guru Maharaj is there. Only do this bhavana. The God, Bhagwan, he protects us from within. And the Guru, he guides us from within. Because when you are sitting all by yourself, there is nobody whom you will ask. There is no GPS. Okay? So first, you are cheerful and happy. Second step, in our heart do this bhavana. Our beloved Lord and Guru Maharaj, we are care of them, nothing to worry. In the third step, we have to do this bhavana. At this moment, I am nobody. Nobody means what? He who doesn't have the past is nobody. This is how I give mantra diksha to many people. Here, mantra diksha will be, repeat after me, 21st May 2023. 21st May 2023. 21st May 2023. And before this date, whatever good or bad has happened, do not bring it. Then you have nothing to talk. These are very subtle points. Whenever we talk to others, we talk the past. I look at this girl. In that Providence, gone back. It is here we have to arrest our free movement of the mind. Remain as nobody. Nobody is always in the present. See? Then the third step is, let us not plan when you sit for your prayers, meditation or studies, what we will do after meditation. Don't plan anything. These are must. We are sitting in meditation. Should I prepare dosha or idli? Dosha will take too much of time. Idli, but dosha there is no meditation. See, these are the things of the mind we have to understand. And the most important, in the present, we have to remain composed, not excited. Then we are slowly working on the mind. Now, to such a mind, Dakshinamoorti Stotra is addressed. Now, here, our Mahamantra tells, ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. If we have this notion, and if we walk the spiritual path, things around us will change. No. If you have got a driving license, that doesn't mean traffic will be organized. We have to change ourselves. Spiritual practice is, we are living at zero complaint level. No complaint about anything or anybody. Focus attention on your own being. And when this is done, that doesn't mean that we are bored. Because you told, Dekho suno mat bolo, you are seeing beautiful things. That is not the meaning. See, Upanishad says, Kurbanneveha karmani jaji visheshadagam sama. See, you have to lead a life 100% every moment. But normally what happens, when we see something, then we go back. These things please observe in day-to-day life. Suppose I tell that, last time when I went by the train, uh, those days, these students from the college, they were doing the volunteer job. And then they will explain you if you want to ask something, what is this, what is that, like that. So I asked one student, I said, hey, here in your country, you call railroad airways, waterways, roadways. Why not railways? We are never taught. I said, you ask your boss. The boss said, we don't know. We are told, call it railroad, we call it. Now this story I told. Now when we go there, again I will be remembering that story. See, last time, here only. This is how our mind doesn't allow us to remain in the present. See, friends, therefore, slowly and consciously, we enjoy every moment lightly. Don't make spirituality as a serious affair. No. The whole Bhagavad Gita was told by Bhagavan Krishna, prahasanniva, in a light mode, not very seriously. And once we come to this conclusion that we are not going to get anything in next 6-7 days. On the contrary, we'll be losing what? All wrong notions. We carry 4 wrong notions, 4, 5 or other. One wrong notion about ourselves. Second wrong notion about the world. Third wrong notion about God. Fourth wrong notion about spiritual practice. And fifth wrong notion about God realization. Swamiji, exactly when you got God realized, what did you feel? I said, I was feeling tickling. See, friends, the real thing is remove the wrong notions without creating new notions. We are all leading a notional life. As much I am good is a notion, unwanted, that much I am a bad is also a notion, unwanted. See? About this, I'll tell you one example. There was one elderly man in Kerala, Amritanandamayi Maharaj ashram. I used to go there for talks. So he used to come for my talk, and first day only, Swamiji, which room you are staying? I said, why? No, I want to come and spend some time with you. I said, it is for this reason. I don't allow anybody to come to the place where I stay. Suppose I am staying in her place. If somebody comes, I can't push them out. But if I go to somebody's house, I can say always, hey, I got some stomach, I have to go. Finish it off. See? We get lost in this so much and we are unable to come out of it. These wrong notions are the biggest problem for us. So, wrong notions, this man was telling me, I want to come and talk to you. I said, I don't talk to anybody. No, but I want. I said, you may want. I am not a tutor hired by somebody. You know, the hired tutors, the students tell, give my slip to that boy. So they act as, as the carrier of the slips. No, but I said, no, forget about it. Then he was pakka. He wrote 4 or 5 pages. Next day, he caught hold of my feet in front of everybody, elderly man, and holding, Babaji, I will not leave you. What can you do with such a person? You have to say loudly, I will read your letters. You can imagine what we go through, you do not know. So I said, okay, leave my feet. Naturally, then I had to read. I can't be not reading that. And what was there? He married 4 ladies but they were not known to each other. From each lady, he had 3, 4 children, and nobody knew it. It was going on. And one time, somehow that was leaked. Then all the 4 wives divorced him. And therefore he was in that ashram. Therefore, all the people going to ashram this time never go to any ashram. Create your home as an ashram, grastha ashram. And then he said, "Me, you read it?" I said, "Yes." Now tell me what sadhana I should do. I said, "I will tell you, but you will not do it." But do not talk anything from today behind whatever has happened. Don't talk. I don't want to know you. See, any Mahatma will not discard a person because he had a bad past. That bad past is with the person. Mahatma has nothing to do that. It is something like, will a doctor reject a patient? No. Patients only go to the doctor. In the same manner, people who come to the Mahatmas, they have some problems, issues. So they will not discard them. They will help them come out of it. And the first treatment given is this: do not talk anything about your past. Slowly, you will start remaining relaxed. Now, to avoid this, there are 2 options. One is a blunt option. 2 days before only, somebody asked me the same thing. Swamiji, where are you from in Mumbai? I said, I don't talk about my past. Now that old man got so angry, very angry. So I kept quiet. Then I got a message. Your Swamiji is very, blunt. And when I asked him where from he is, he said, I don't talk about my past. This is not the way. That gave me a lesson. This is another principle which I want to emphasize. Learn from every experience of life. So what I have learned from this event yesterday, when somebody asked me, suppose you go to somebody's house, there Bhagwan Krishna statue pictures are there. So acha ye Kanhaiya Lal wale hai. Okay, good. Then, Swamiji, where are you from? I am from Vrindavan. Acha Vrindavan. See? Because time pass करना है, बाकी कुछ नहीं. Otherwise, we get unnecessarily involved in this world. So, in this manner, slowly, slowly, when we stop bringing the past in the present, you know what happens subtle way? Past belong to the body, not to us. So, when we drop the past, unknowingly, we drop body identification to that extent. Oldies don't understand this. All the time. See, most of the old people here in this country or anywhere, same thing. In Australia, in one place, the same story. Swamiji, when we go to India, we talk about Australia. When we are in Australia, we talk about India. What is this useless? Why not we remain wherever we are, whatever we are, be 100%? We have learned complete meditation by this one Mahamantra. This is the essence of whole Bhagavad Gita. Now, where are we? In this retreat. During the retreat. So, what should be we? Seekers of truth. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And keeping this as the guiding light, then we enjoy. Spiritual life is not silent suffering. Enjoy everything. And slowly will bring you out of the body and experience what it means being other than the body. See? Body may be tired, but you will not be tired. See? And slowly one day it will click. Everything happens only to mind. Nothing happens to body. And we have to do that. Nobody can do it for us. We have to ourselves do it. Therefore, slowly, slowly, we remain composed. And then new things will start happening in you. The vision will change. What is missed by us earlier, now that will become very obvious. The best example I can think of is if I were with Newton and we have gone together, the apple has fallen, what I would have done and what he did, I would have lifted it. We know only one thing, that's it. Cow, cow. Indulgence. See? And when this vision changes, in and through every experience, there is a guidance given to us. Every experience is our guru if we start learning from them. Every experience. See? Then, with every experience, we grow wise. But those who do not learn from their own experiences, they grow old and otherwise. And who are old otherwise people? They are not able to understand that youngsters are not interested in their past. Old people have no future. No, I am old. So what future I have got? No future. So what will I do? I'll talk. जाने कहाँ गए वो दिन? When we were children, we used to play gilli danda. Did you play any time? अरे यार, all the time living in the past. The day you start this principle, you will see you can distinctly experience yourself no more buried under the body burden. Freshness will always be there. It will not be dragging through life. You may be tired, but not bored, not frustrated and confused. No, ever remain fresh. This is what is expected in this retreat. So here we have come to lose everything, not to gain anything. Upanishad says, "Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike amritatva manashu." The day we get this understanding, the real bliss is attained in absolute renunciation. We don't have to do anything, only analyze the experience. In deep sleep, what is the deep sleep? One by one, we will start discarding everything. And ultimately, when everything is discarded, we are in the bed, and there, the last trace I want to sleep. I want to sleep. This I and want, when that also is dropped, the sleep begins. Don't demonstrate. This experience is like, you know what? We are not talking to ourselves and listening to silence. This dissolves the mind in consciousness. Talking is expression of mind. Mind is cause, words are effects. When words are not of any consequences, neither we produce words nor we get influenced by the words. So, the thought free mind is consciousness. Now, to remain in this poise, we have to have a sound foundation. And the foundation is on the basis of the scriptural authority and our ability to learn from them and apply in our life. Two things. One student asked me this question. I mean, you give so many examples. Please give me the reference book because I am always short of examples in my lectures. I said, you are one example. Examples don't come from book. Every moment, if you are able to learn. And in this manner, we remain in utter awareness. And the signs of remaining in utter awareness is we are relaxed but alert, not sleepy. We are alert, relaxed, but also vigilant. Now, these three qualities of the mind we have to maintain. Three: quiet, alert, and vigilant. Quiet, non reactionary mind. Response only, not reactions. First step. Second step, the vigilance. Vigilance is when we are living in this world day to day, are we creating dots and dents on our mind, or the mind remains without creating any wounds in the mind? Don't create memories, enjoy, celebrate, and forget. See, friends, this is a very important and deep spiritual practice. Don't create memories. Memories will create a personality, and the personality is the one which is troubling us. In this manner, we will be working through all the verses of Dakshinamoorti, stotram one by one, and then slowly we will be able to enjoy the beauty of this text. You are given, if you can open it. I think I have to change my number of glasses. कहाँ गया? हाँ, दक्षिणामूर्ति स्तोत्र ध्यानम. Got it? At the end of the text it comes. Please repeat after me. मौनं व्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानम् वर्षिष्ठान्ते वसदृशिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः. आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपम् स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे. वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णम् सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात्. त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवम् जननमरणदुःखछेददक्षं नमामि. चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा. गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानम् शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशया. निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणाम्. गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. Dakshinamurti is none other than Lord Shiva. He is to give the instructions, knowledge, and he being in Kailash, he is in the north. So all the rishis used to come to him from the south. Therefore, his face was facing to the south, and therefore he is called a Dakshinamurti. Otherwise, he is Lord Shiva, and his expression that time is that of the Guru. इसलिए Dakshinamurti Guru. Now, see how important it is. I'll go word by word. Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. That which is revealed in the eloquence of silence. That which is revealed in the eloquence of silence. In our time, Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi represents this. Many people had this notion that Bhagwan Ramana Maharshi was observing Mauna for 18 years. He was not observing Mauna. He has nothing to talk. How important it is. Therefore, the chatterboxes disturb themselves and others. So, Mauna Vyakya Prakadita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam. And this Brahma Tattva is like what? It is ever fresh. Not the only one, no. Meaning beyond the impact of time. Then Varsishtante Vasadrishiganehi Avrutam Brahmanishtahi. And around him all the wise rishis were sitting and listening to him in the language of silence. Then how did he teach him? Acharyendram. He is the Indra among all the Acharyas. Indra is the king of gods. So he is the king of all the Acharyas. Acharyendram. And how he was telling in the silence? By the snuff mudra. You know the snuff? That is the. So here they said, Kara Kalita Chin Mudra Mananda Rupam. This is called as the Chin Mudra. Now the whole spiritual practice is indicated by this. Complete. Like we have got chemical formulae H2O, AU for gold, Zn for zinc. In the same manner, this is the spiritual practice formula. Now be attentive. This whole world is called as Prapancha. Pancha means five. Five elements, five tanmatras, five jnanendriyas, five karmendriyas, pancha prana, pancha upaprana, five objects, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. So it is an expansion of five. And therefore, God has given us five fingers. In some place, I don't remember where, when I was explaining, one lady got up, but Swamiji, I got six. I said, you realize what we have to understand and where our mind goes. So, this small finger is our gross body. If you are a Gujarati, gross body. This ring finger is Pranamaya Kosha, the powerhouse. This body is called the Annamaya Kosha, modification of the food. Food is modified by both the parents and they produce seeds and the seeds come together and the gross body is born. Annamaya Kosha, modification of the Anna. Then second is Pranamaya Kosha, where the karmendriyas and the life is throbbing. Second one. So the third, tall finger, is the Manomaya Kosha, Jnanendriyas and the mind. Now the question comes, whose body, whose Pranamaya Kosha, whose Manomaya Kosha? Of course, mind. So this I. Now see the politics. This I, when gets identified with the mind, then all the modifications of the mind become my modification. If the mind is having a misery, I am miserable. If the mind is having a joy, I am joyful. So, slowly personality building begins. Then this I, identified with the mind, and through the mind gets identified with the pranamaya kosha. Then I am hungry, I am thirsty. And then this I gets identified through the mind, prana, with the body. Then I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old. So what is the politics now? I is in association with the three, and therefore Ananda remains completely separated from the life. And we all carry this burden in our life. Then we get so much tired of it. So slowly, the I starts separating from the mind, then from the prana, and from the body. Then what happens to this I? It goes back to Ananda, deep sleep. See? Again, he comes out means what? Getting identified with the mind, then prana and the body. So what is the spiritual practice? This much. We have to work on this. There is no option. All other things that we do, Kurute, Ganga, Sagar, Gamanam, Vrata Paripalan, Athava Danam, do all that, nothing wrong. Giving in charity, doing the social service, helping a poor person, it's okay, time pass. But real spiritual practice is this. Then we come to know that when this I is separated from the body, this world doesn't exist. This we have to ourselves be convinced of this. In deep sleep, when we are not identified with the body, we still continue to exist. Therefore, our existence is independent of the body. See? And because our existence is independent of the body, therefore independent of three parameters: time, space, and object. Therefore, in deep sleep, where are we? When are we? What are we? Gone. See? This world is nothing but a 3 by 3 matrix. Nothing else. Any time you just coolly contemplate upon this. When we fill in the form, first thing, date of birth, time. Then size, 4 feet tall, 6 feet wide. Then weight, 2 tons. Desha Kala Vastu. So, if we think we are walking spiritual path and keep on holding on to the body, then our understanding will be we should serve the society, we should do this thing, that thing. Please remember this thing, you may like or not, who cares? Social service is not spiritual practice. Then what is social service? Time pass. The one who created this world, he failed to improve his society. This world has always been like this, nothing new in this world. See? So why we keep ourselves doing so many good things? It's only for our time pass. See, friends, this principle, when it goes deep in our system, that this world is valuable only if we are identified with the body. When a person is in coma, he never suffers. Those who pay the bill, they suffer. And then they say, Swamiji, we are feeling so sorry for our Dadima, God should, relieve her of her pains, Mane, she should die. I say, look here, a person who is in coma never suffers. The person who is paying the bill, he suffers. Therefore, this must be a full conviction. We may not have experience, doesn't matter. Full conviction that the first step on the spiritual path is freedom from body identification. Thereafter, now start playing with this idea. When I don't consider myself to be the body, then what will be the consequence of this thing? This way of contemplation is living life in meditation. Not mechanically sitting with the eyes closed and back straight and no. There is one text which has really helped me a lot. Tripura Rahasya. There the guru is wife and the disciple is the husband. So whatever instruction she has given, then he said, okay, now I'll do my meditation. Don't disturb me. And he went to his palace and sit down. Then next day she went there and he was still sitting. She being wife went and sat next to him and then hugged him. Darling, I was missing you. He becomes so angry. You taught me this thing and you are again falling back to the same body level existence. See? Let me do meditation. He said, okay, please answer my one question. What do you get when you close your eyes? And what do you lose when you open your eyes? That is meditation. See? Living as body is not a problem. See? On the contrary, we have no option. We cannot. Everyone in this world is living with body identification. Then what is the catch? The catch is we take body identification as real. Is the catch. Then what is to be done? Karnataka. See? You all may be knowing in late 20s or 30s, 1930, the ladies were not coming on the stage to act. That time we were little sophisticated. Now we are too much advanced. Now gents don't go. So the gents is to act the part of the ladies. And they were very much appreciated. One was Bala Gandharva, one of the best actors of his time. So he is acting as a woman, but at that time also he knew he is a man. See? That is spiritual practice. We live mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, play your role. But don't carry that as the sole burden on our head. That is the meaning. Therefore, Karnataka. So wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. But how? Karnataka. And when we practice this Karnataka, you will see success will not intoxicate us. Failure will not make us miserable in life. Because we are just acting. हो गया तो हो गया, नहीं तो नहीं. In this manner, this is Acharendram Karakalita Chinmudramananda Rupam. So, what is all the spiritual practice? Drop association with the three beyond requirement. What is required, use it. But then drop it. Not all the time carrying the same. Then we have to bring back to Ananda. One child asked me this question. Swamiji, why you people's name have got Ananda at the end? I said, is it a monopoly of Devananda or what? I said, we are told you are Swami. For namesake, be happy. Otherwise, Swami and constantly frustrated. देखो यार मुझे कोई पूछता ही नहीं. No. So, Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam. Now, Dakshinamurti, don't search out anywhere. He is our essential nature. Swatma Ramam. And how? Mudita Vadanam. Ever cheerful and happy. As much the so-called spiritual people are miserable, ordinary people are not that miserable. क्या हो गया? Realize हो ही नहीं रहा, बहुत try करना. See, relax. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose in life. See, friends, you go to many places, some ashrams you go, there everybody is such a terrible tension. Everybody is written there. Don't talk, observe silence, don't disturb. We are already disturbed. Relax. Our understanding of spirituality is like, I want to drive the car, but only on the football ground so that I don't create accidents. No. Spiritual life is not only in the ashram or at home, but we have to live that life 24/7. And therefore, Swatma Ramam Mudita Vadanam Dakshinamoorti Ide. Ide means I invoke, I pray, I do the puja. See? So invoke that Dakshinamurti Bhagavan in our heart. Now see where from we started and where we concluded. So don't push Bhagavan outside. One technique I tell you and conclude. In a school, children were shouting, fighting, doing all kinds of things. And one student said, "Hey, Miss is coming." Everybody quiet. She has not come. But only a mention, she is coming. Now apply that technique. Whatever we do is known by Him in our heart before we do it. Whatever we talk, before we talk, He knows every word that is being uttered. Whatever we think, before we think, He understands everything. CCTV. Remain aware of that. No wrong action, wrong word, or wrong thought will slip from us. This is the meaning of this shloka. Patmaramam muditavadanam dakshinamurti. Remaining we'll see in next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.